Theme 2, Part 2. First question: what were the features of Mauryan administration? When we're trying to give the answer of this question, all time we need to start this way. We came to know about the Mauryan period from the different sources, and like that one, Indica, like Arthashastra, like the Buddhist and Jain texts, and also from the archaeological sources. These sources mention these points that king was the main of the empire, king holding absolute power of the whole empire. Second point, to assist the king, there were several ministers known as Mantri Parishad. And third point, for controlling the empire much more stronger way, the king had standing army. And for the better administration, king had divided whole empire into different provinces. And we came to know about the different provinces, like the 5 provinces were the major one, like Suvarnagiri, like Takshila, like Patliputra, like Ujjain, and like Tosali. These 5 major provinces, and these 5 provinces became the important one because for its land and also waterways. Land route and waterways, these provinces were vital important centers of the empire. Apart from that thing also, king appointed a committee for the one each department, and that committee also subdivided into several subcommittees for the better administrative purpose. And to holding the whole empire controlling purpose, Ashoka also introduced Dhamma. And to preach Dhamma, Ashoka appointed special officers or officials known as Dhamma Mahamattas. What were the policies adopted by the Gupta rulers to create supremacy in the empire? Regarding this sector, Gupta rulers tried to create this image that they are like the god son. That means they tried to prove that they were the representative of the god on earth. Through these ways, they tried to establish their supremacy. From which sources we came to know about the Gupta period? Here also same point, that we have to depend upon the 2 sources. One is archaeological sources and also resources. To know the Gupta empire, there are several archaeological sources are there, because they built huge amount of several buildings and also different kind of things. And that time, Harishana, the court poet of Samudragupta, composed Allahabad pillar inscription, which also known as Pragyaprasasti, in praise of the ruler. That one composed by the Harishana, who was the court poet of Samudragupta. So from these sources, we came to know about the Gupta rulers. Next question: what were the policies adopted by the rulers to increase agricultural production? First point, they had used iron-tipped plowshare. This kind of iron-tipped plowshare can make deeper furrows, which is actually good for the agriculture production purpose. Second point, they were using transplantation of paddy. This way actually much more fruitful regarding the growth of paddy. Third point, that using of irrigations from the tank, from the wells, they were doing the irrigations, especially in semi-arid regions. By following these ways, they had increased their agricultural production. What are the differences created in increasing of agriculture production? Actually, both these texts had mentioned this point. Increasing of agriculture production arose the differences among the peoples in the rural society. For example, Buddhist texts mention this point. That time there were the peasants, small peasants, and also the land owners. This categorized in the rural sectors. Side by side, Sangama texts also mention this point. That time there were different level of the people in the rural economy. For example, regarding the landlord in South India known as Villalar, whereas plowman known as Uzavar and slaves known as Adimai. So from the Buddhist and also the Sangama text, we are getting the information about the different levels of the peoples. And those who were the landlords, they were controlling the laborers and the peasants. And automatically they became much more powerful in rural politics area by increasing their agriculture production. Next question. What was the role played by the ruler by giving land grants to the different people? Actually, land grants given by the king, and these things are recorded in the inscriptions. Land grants are given either to the religious institutions or the Brahmanas, and there are also different size of land were there. And sometimes these lands grants given by the king to the people to win the allies or to make the relations or to make the bonding with the people. And by the land grants actually sometimes they were trying to expand the agricultural productions, and side by side by the land grants ruler tried to prove their supremacy over the peasants, and they were trying to prove themselves they are the helper to the poor people. As because this land grants actually keeping the records to whom it was given, who is giving, the amount of land, all things are recorded. So we came to know much more about the peasantry and agriculture sectors. But we know much less regarding the hunter-gatherers, regarding the fisher folk, regarding the tribals or forest peoples, because they didn't keep the record, they didn't keep the record about their lifestyle, about their activity. So we know much less about them due to lack of records. Write a short note on coins. Actually, earlier time barter system was there, exchange of goods. But as we know though, there is a problem of barter system. So people or rulers or bankers that time had introduced a new system known as coinage systems. Implementing of coins actually helped the traders to make the long distance trade. And here first we are getting the silver and copper based punch mark coin actually introduced by the Indo-Greek. This kind of coins we are getting much more during the 6th century BCE. After that one, Kushanas issuing the gold coins. And during the Gupta period, we are getting much more pure gold coin, which indicating the rich of the empire. Side by side, that time this kind of gold coins helped them to make a long distance trade. But this kind of coins actually holding a name and picture of the rulers. For example, Samudragupta on a coin playing Veena. Samudragupta was a great ruler, as we know, but this picture playing Veena giving another character of the Samudragupta. So we are getting lots of information from the coins, name of the rulers, pictures, and also that times which coin found where. And this also indicating the relation between the rulers and the empires. So from the coins we are getting lot of information about the Gupta Mauryan period. And here is the much more important thing like that one, that this time actually Indo-Greek coin using the several words, and by using these words James Princip in 1838 he had deciphered the Ashokan Kharashti script. This is a much more vital point one. James Princip actually they are similar between the Greek words and also this one Kharashti words, as because the Indo-Greek coins actually holding a similar words, and this helped James Princip to decipher Kharashti script, Ashokan Kharashti script in 1838. And when just this curiosity escape was deciphered by the James Principle, it had opened a new door to us to know about another period much more from the different inscriptions which was basically composed by the ruler Ashoka. So next question, that what are the limitations of inscriptions? Just now I had mentioned James Princip had deciphered the Ashokan character scheme and which had opened a new door to us, and from that particular door we are getting huge amount of information from the Ashokan period and also the Mauryan period. But what are the limitations of this particular inscriptions or this kind of inscriptions? Now with the changing of time many inscriptions lost. Many letters actually when it was engraved it was fainted. Some inscription lost some portions and some portion remaining. And another point actually, when our inscription was composed, it is giving a view of that time periods peoples, especially if it is composed by the king, then giving the king's views. If it is composed by a person, it is also giving that person's views. Now, not all time we are getting the clear picture. These are the problems regarding the inscriptions.